So now the cutting out is complete, we're going to start on the rebuild, and we're going to start by having a look at the rear suspension hanger. Let's have a look. So this is the starting point. First step is going to be to make a patch and make good on some of these holes and protect and build the strength back up here. Also to refill in this gap, and then I'm going to size up the suspension hanger and get the sizing sorted using the hole as a datum point and get that in place. Once that's in position, we can begin to think about fitting the front bulkhead repair and establishing the two front holes for the suspension hanger there. So we're going to mark out that and have a go at putting that back in place. This section's patched up now, so we're ready to try and fit the spring hanger now. So let's mount that up and see if it goes in and we can hit the dimensions that we need to for the floor reference. Fitted in the hanger now, that seems to be square with the body, which is good, and I've fitted up the spring hanger temporarily just to make sure that the screw bolts fit in line. So next step is to check the hole to my previous dimensions for the floor, and if those are in the right place, then I'm happy that the spring hanger is ready to mount up. Final checks before welding. I just made sure that the hanger together with the floor support is all square, so it's all in line. So I've made sure that the bulkhead repair is in line with the panel as was on the body, and clamped it in place ready for stitch welding and then plug welding to the support hangers. So the last final check is going to be to fit the spring hanger in place and put all the screws in, so I know that once it's all welded up, the spring hanger will go on and all the holes will align. So it's coming along well. All of the spot welds are done now. Tacks have been done all around the edge, so I'm just going to need to fill in all of the last few bits and pieces. Around the back seems to have good penetration. Just got a couple of plug welds left to do there. I've kept this in at all times. This has been a datum for me, and then once I've got that linished back, that'll be this part of the bodywork complete. So now that's all welded and linished back, next step is to do this top section up here, knock that into place and then tack it up. May need a little patch, but we'll get that solid to the wheel arch. Rear suspension hanger's now in place, the front bulkhead repair is done. I'm quite pleased with how it's come out. So the next step is to work on the front, and then I can begin to offer up the floor and just get that in position for size. I used throughout the spring hanger on these 4 holes just to make sure that they would align, and was constantly checking this hole against my previous dimensions. So I'm happy where that's all come out. Put some corrosion protection on, because once we start to box that in, we're not going to be able to get to it, although there are some small holes that we can poke an underbody protection tube through, so we'll be doing that later on once all the body is done.